Hello and welcome to Inside Business, making headlines. Markets react to cut in growth forecast for the US. Saudi opens its second ETF to foreign investors to shore up market confidence. And we find out how companies can overcome challenges in the customer service sector. The GCC markets continue on their mixed run. There were similar results at the UAE bourses. The DFM covered from Sunday's declines, and the market gained by 0.5% to close at 1,501 points. MR Properties also made a recovery as the company's shares rose by 1%. Air Arabia fell by 1% following Sunday's announcement of declines in second quarter net profits. 57 million shares were traded in total, valued at 75 million dirhams. The ADX continued its downward trend as the market fell over to 0.5% to close at 2,511 points. Shares at Abu Dhabi's national energy company TAQA gained 1% as the firm reported a 26% increase in second quarter profits. Dana Gas shares fell by over 2.5% as the company denied reports that Iran had cancelled a 25-year gas supply contract signed between its largest shareholder, Crescent Petroleum, and the national Iranian oil company. 74 million shares were traded in total, valued at 173 million dirhams. Goldman Sachs has cut its economic growth forecast for the US and Japan, citing the likelihood of a significant fall-off from stimulus measures and slowing export growth for Japan. The US recovery is losing a considerable amount of its momentum, it said. To discuss how this will affect the markets, we are joined now by Anil Sachdev, futures dealer at ACM Dubai. Welcome to the show, Anil.
My pleasure to be here.
So how will this news affect currencies such as the Euro USD, Great British Pound USD and Yen USD?
Well, first starting with this week, we saw that Goldman downgraded Japan and US's GDP forecast, and we looked at Asian markets declining with the yen moving up to new highs against all the currencies. Euro moved up to 133 levels, pound moving up to 159.80 levels, and the dollar yen staying at 85.50 levels. We're looking at new lows for the dollar yen if the yen strength continues, and after tomorrow's Fed rate decision, we could see that if the Fed puts in more money into the stimulus package, we could see the dollar weakening further.
So moving on to commodities, how can we expect the upcoming US retail sales data to affect the price movement for crude oil? Last Friday's job report revealed a net loss of 131,000 jobs in July.
Well, despite the job data showing much weakness, we're seeing that the oil is still continuing to moving up, trading at 81.60 levels, and this is mainly because investors are pulling money from the dollar, putting into the commodities as an investment hedge, and also on speculation, the retail sales from the US could be a positive figure the first in 3 months, and we're looking at 82 levels. On the upside, after that we'll look at 83.50 levels, and on the downside we're looking at 80. For the gold, we're looking as 1210 as the first resistance level, moving to 1225, basically because of the same reason, hedging. People pulling up money from the dollar, putting it to gold, and also we're looking at support at 1194 and 1185 levels.
Thanks for your time, Anil.
Thank you so much.
Saudi Arabia's Tadawul has launched exchange-traded funds, which will be open to foreign investors. Falcon Financial Services launched the ETF on the stock exchange in the petrochemical sector. This is the second fund the company has launched on the Saudi bourse this year. Analysts say Saudi Arabia is looking to attract foreign investment to boost market confidence, and that a third ETF is due to be launched later this year.
Well, it's about time for the market to come back. It crashed a long time ago now, and it's on a 7-year cycle, so you would expect it to come back, and it should be booming by 2012 according to the cycle. So the ETF is a way of getting people back into the market. It's a vehicle that anybody can access, institutions, individuals. It's a basket of the main stocks.
With companies increasingly becoming more mobile, the cloud computing sector is estimated to become a $150 billion industry. UAE-based SmartWorld have launched the first of its kind service targeting small and medium-sized businesses in the Middle East. Representatives believe this will allow companies to instantly implement and integrate with existing applications and smartphones, whilst boosting employee productivity and reducing business costs by up to 30%.
We see this is a very lucrative market. There is a lot of SMBs in UAE as well in the regions, and we believe the SMBs is the highest contributor to the GDP. Such setup is really cost effective to the businesses. In general, such setup it really saves. According to we have done a couple of business cases for certain enterprises. We found such setup, if companies opted to avail the service from SmartWorld, will save them up to 30% from their total investment if they want to do it in-house.
There were mixed results in the Gulf markets today. Let's check in on those numbers now, starting off with the UAE general indexes. Coming up now, let's take a look at the major international currencies against the dirham, followed by the price of oil and the precious metals. On the way after the break, we speak with Hazel Jackson, co-founder and chief executive of corporate training company Bizability, about the need for trained professionals in the customer service sector. That's when Inside Business continues. Stay with us.